Hello everyone, you are watching Daily Court Updates with Bar and Bench, where I, Soumya, will be presenting daily updates from the courts around the country. Starting with the Supreme Court of India. In the case titled Lok Prahari vs Union of India, the Supreme Court today sought the response of Central Government and Election Commission on the public interest litigation petition challenging the validity of EC's power to remove or reduce disqualification period of convicted lawmakers under Section 11 of Representation of the People Act. The petition was filed by NGO Lok Prahari also challenged the period of disqualification provided under Section 8 and 9 of the Representation of People Act. The next big update was in the case of Employees Pension Amendment Scheme. The Supreme Court today upheld the validity of 2014 Employees Pension Amendment Scheme and set aside a judgment of the Kerala High Court which has quashed the scheme. However, a bench of Chief Justice of India Uday Umesh Lalit and Justices Bose and Sudhanshu Dhulia read down certain provisions of the scheme by allowing employees in the services to avail the benefit of option under Employees Pension Scheme, which permits the employer and employee to make uncapped pension contribution. The employees who did not exercise the option to join the scheme due to lack of clarity will be given another 4 months to exercise the same, the bench ruled. Up next, the Supreme Court of India lifted the stay imposed by Uttarakhand High Court on the government order which provides 30% reservation in state services for women domiciled in the state. The appeal filed by state government said that the order provides for geographical classification on the basis of place of residence which is permissible under the constitution. Another big update is coming from the matter of Red Fort attack. The Supreme Court yesterday upheld the death sentence awarded to Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorist and Pakistani national Mohammad Arif, who was convicted for attacking Red Fort and killing 3 Jawans of Unit 7 of Rajputana Rifles of Indian Army in 2000. A 3-judge bench led by Chief Justice of India Uday Umesh Lalit noted that aggravating circumstances weighed more than mitigating circumstances, nothing of which was placed on record. Moving forward with the important development coming from high courts across the country, the first big story on women's reproductive choices is coming from the Kerala High Court. The Kerala High Court on Wednesday observed that there can be no restrictions whatsoever in women's right to exercise her reproductive choices, to either procreate or abstain from procreating. The court observed this while permitting a 23-year-old MBA student to terminate her 26-week-old pregnancy from consensual sex. Lastly, the Kerala High Court recently held that the right against self-incrimination under Article 23 of Constitution of India is only applicable to the testimonial evidence and that drawing of DNA samples in the criminal case, especially in the case of sexual offence, will not violate the said right.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon.